Welcome to the course Cybersecurity, Privacy and Ethical Implications. My name is Claudia Patricia Santiago Celi and I am an associate professor at Escuela Colombiana de Ingeniería Julio Garavito. This course was being developed by the project CAP4CITY, and in this lecture I will talk about basic concepts of information security, cybersecurity and privacy. The learning objectives of this lecture are: first, review some concepts related to cybersecurity and clarify them. Second, introduce some other key terms in the study and protection of information. And third, present some case studies and examples that will allow us to understand the current context to identify the cybersecurity problems around them. According to the previous learning objectives, we have to understand 5 essential concepts: information security, IT security, cybersecurity, privacy, and ethical implications. So let's start with the definition of information security. Information security is the set of processes and methodologies designed to implement, to protect, print, electronic, or any other form of information or data from unauthorized access, use, misuse, disclosure, destruction, modification, or disruptions. Next is the definition of information technology security as the set of processes, procedures, tasks, and activities implemented with computing and telecommunication elements to control and protect equipments and information located at the specific digital site during its storage in a particular media or during its transmission, with respect to integrity, availability, confidentiality, and authenticity. Now, cybersecurity is a recent concept as compared to the previous ones. Cybersecurity has many different definitions, but they generally have common ideas such as securing cyberspace, that is the environment, and cybersecurity is the set of security and control practices applied to information or systems that operate in cyberspace. Data privacy is related to information, business or personal, that can be shared with others. It has to do with restriction on access to information according to pre-established parameters. But as we are talking about security, threats, cybercrime, and other implications, ethical consideration start to gain importance. So those are our last terms: ethical and principles. Ethical is a philosophical discipline systematized by Aristotle that study and analyze human action, that how and the why of human behavior. On the other hand, the principles are the fundamental assumption guiding and influencing action. These two terms together are the guidelines for human behavior in the cybersecurity environment. Continuing with the learning objectives, some of the essential terms are known as the security triad to protect and secure the systems, service, and information are the following: availability guarantees that computer resource and in particular information will be accessible and usable for legitimate users according to their profile and the required time and without degradation. Integrity is to refer to the property of accuracy and completeness of information assessed. Confidentiality or privacy, property of security requirement that requires information to be accessible by each user based on what they see according to their area of business. Also, we have other essential terms which are not directly related to information. There are authentication. The ISO 27000 standard defines it as a process used to confirm that a climate characteristic of entities is actually correct. Non-repudiation, registration, and unequivocal identification of the participants in an electronic transaction in such a way that they cannot deny it at any time, It also refers to the ability to provide the occurrence of a claimed event or action and its originating entities. Consistency or reliability is the property of systems, although not exclusive to them, guaranteeing that their behavior is always the same under the same circumstances. Registration. This requirement refers to the fact that all actions within a computer system, applications, networks, computer databases, are registered for the purpose of subsequent audits. Governance is ensure alignment of information security with business strategy. It includes policy and practice with which an organization's information security activities are directed and controlled. Compliance. The objective of compliance is to avoid breaches of legal, statutory, regulatory, or contractual obligations related to information security and any security-related requirements. Now, having addressed these terms, I will introduce another related to cybersecurity. They are cyber attack, an attack via cyberspace targeting an enterprise with the purpose of disruption, disabling, destroying, or malicious controlling a computer environment or infrastructure, or destroying the integrity of data or stealing controlling information. Cyber defense state capacity to prevent and counter any threats or incidents of cyber nature that affect national sovereignty. Cyber delinquency and lawful actions that are committed through the use of computer goods or services. Cybercrime refers to any crime which is enabled by or that target computers. Cyber espionage describes computer operation used for intelligence and data collection from target or adversary computer system or the intentional use of computer or digital communication activities to gain access to sensitive information about an adversary or competitor to gain an advantage of sensitive information for monetary rewards. Finally, you will find two examples in the reader, but I suggest thinking about the next one and reflect on it. Suppose there is a banking institution, and in particular, think about the bank's clients' information. Now, from the information security triad, what security requirement do you think the most critical for the bank is? If you think in a banking service, all the security requirements about customer data are very important. Integrity is a fundamental concern because the information about customer accounts should not be able to be changed. The basic information on customer, the products and service they have to the bank, their products balance, the type or amounts of the transaction they carry out, their login information, everything is critical. As for confidentiality, much of the customer information is private. Ensuring that confidentiality is maintained in your banking product is fundamental. Finally, availability is also crucial, since if a customer requires using this financial resource, the bank must allow him to do so. Now, this last requirement should perhaps be considered the less critical of the three. If due to a security breach, the banking service are offline, client may prefer not to conduct transactions for a while before accept that private information will be published or their money will be stolen. Last, to finish this lesson, you must read the lecture and think about the example before the evaluation, which consists in a chapter auto-evaluation. Here is an evaluation question example. What is a cyber attack? An attack via cyberspace targeting an enterprise to disrupt their services. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the lecture and learned new concepts regarding cybersecurity applied to smart cities.